Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I hope that you are all good. In today's video I have a BTArtBox press-on nail haul to share with you all. So they sent me 3 boxes of their press-on nails. They are slightly different. And then they also sent me their gel glue. So the main difference between the 2 different packs of gel tips we have here is that one, the white packs can be applied with their gel glue as well as regular glue and tabs. And then the purple pack, these can't be applied with gel. These need to be applied with either glue or tabs, but they are all made out of soft gel. So they feel a lot stronger. They're kind of similar to the gel tips you would usually see me use from BTArtBox, but with those tips that I've previously shown, you need to apply your builder gel layer and your top coat where these already have it applied. So let's jump in and take a look. This particular kit is called Coastal Glow and they kind of have a beautiful natural ombre nail bed with a chrome French tip, which I absolutely love. So these are the nail tabs. Now these are great for if you only want to apply them for short-term use. So maybe you just want to wear them to a party or an event. You're only going to be wearing them for 1 to 2 days. And then they do also include the glue. So if you're wanting to wear them for maybe a week, 2 weeks, maybe even pushing it into the 3-week mark, I would recommend applying them with glue instead. And just how beautiful do they look? As you can see there, the kit does also include an orange wood stick, the alcohol wipes, and a file as well. So you get everything you need to apply them. Moving on to the XCOAT press-on nail tips, these are the ones that you can also apply with gel. So they're gel glue that I would have showed you at the start of the video, which is how I'm also going to be applying them today. So this kit is called the White Caps kit. And you get everything that I showed you before included in this, the same as that Coastal Glow set. So again, you get your tabs, your glue, etc. And then we have the ones that I'm going to be applying today, which was my favorite out of the 3 packs they sent me. These are the Mermaid Tail. So these have a beautiful kind of like a purple cat's eye French tip, but with that 3D gel effect. So again, even with the XCOAT press-on nail tips, you do still get the glue and the tabs that you can apply them that way with, but then you've also got that option to apply them with gel glue, which is my preferred way of applying them. I find applying them with the gel glue, they last the best, they last the longest, and I love how it feels on my nails. Of course, to apply them with the gel glue, you will need either a UV or LED lamp. I highly recommend this little one from BTArtBox. So you do get everything you need in the kit. You can push your cuticles back with the orange wood stick that is supplied, but if you do have a regular cuticle pusher, I would highly recommend using this, as it is a little bit quicker and easier to use because it's going to cover a larger surface of the nail plate. But I do think it's great that they include the orange wood sticks, because if you wasn't a nail tech or if you're not someone who regularly does your nails, then you might not have a cuticle pusher to hand. So it's great that everything is included in the kit, and the orange wood stick does still do the job. So let's jump in to applying these. I'm going to come in first of all with a rounded cuticle pusher and push back all of that living tissue. So all of that cuticle that starts growing up your nail plate, I'm going to push this back so we're exposing as much of the nail plate as possible. This is going to give your gel or your glue a good opportunity to really be able to grab onto that natural nail plate. If you've got cuticle growing up the nail and then you apply your gel or your glue over the top, you have more chance of the nails lifting or pinging off. I'm then going to come in with the nail file that they provided and use the softer side of this to etch the nail plate. So I'm just going over the entire nail plate, being really gentle, just going in a circular motion so that I'm removing the shine from the entire nail. Again, this just gives our nail plate a little bit of a rougher surface for that gel or the glue to grab onto. You want to be really careful and gentle when you're doing this. You don't want to be over filing. I just go over the entire surface once, but going in a nice gentle motion. I had sped the video up a little bit so it looked as though I was being a bit harsher than I was. I'm then going to take one of the alcohol pads that were included and give the nails a really good scrub. This is going to remove any dirt, dust that's on the surface of the nails, give them a really good cleanse, but then it's also going to dehydrate the nails again to help that glue or gel really stick down to the nail. So I've then opened up the nail tips, and you get a fair amount in the pack. You don't get as many as what you would if you purchased the XCOAT gel tips that I usually use on my channel, but these packs are a bit cheaper than that, so that's reflected, I guess. But I love that you do get a nice variety of sizes. So you definitely should have enough sizes to do both of your hands at least once. I'd maybe even say twice. Now I'm going to go in really quickly and size up my nail tips. I was showing you on the thumbnail that you want to make sure that the tip is fitting from side to side. It's not going to be too tight that you're going to have to put pressure on it to fit. So you don't want to go in too small. It's always better to go slightly too big than too small, and then you can file the nail tip to fit. But I was lucky enough, I found that I could find my sizes in all of them. I'm just opening up these kind of ones that are in the front of the pack on display, because I knew that these sizes would fit my middle fingers and ring fingers a little bit better than the ones that were inside the box. So I'm just going through, and I like to get everything ready when I start out. So I'm making sure that I've got all of my tip sizes ready to go from thumb to little finger. And then, as I mentioned, we're going to use the gel glue to apply these. Now I have loads of videos up on my channel using the BTArtBox tips, and I've used several of their different gel products to apply them. So I will leave a link in the description box to the playlist in case you want to check out any of the other ways. One of my favorite products from them is their solid glue gel, which is the glue that comes in a tube. It's a little bit of a thicker consistency, so it's great for anyone who's got quite flat nails as well. So all I'm doing here is painting on this gel glue into the well of the nail, kind of covering as much of the surface that's going to be touching my natural nail bed. And then I take my brush and wipe it down at that cuticle area to apply a little bit more there, because my nails are on the flatter side. So I want to make sure that there's enough gel there that it's going to fill that tip and then make contact really good with my natural nail. I'm then placing this down on right down at that cuticle area, pressing down firmly, and then the gel will flow up the tip, and then I popped it under the light to cure for 60 seconds. Now I actually could have applied this one a little bit closer to the cuticle area than what I did, so always make sure that you take your time to make sure that you're pushing it up nice and close to that cuticle area. But then, as you could see, it was super simple to apply these, and then that's it. The nail is done, so our thumbnail is completely done. We don't need to come in and apply a reinforced builder gel layer or any nail art or top coat. Is all there done on the tips. So these are such a super quick and easy way to do your own nails. So I'm going to go through and do the rest of the nails. On one of the nails, I do apply a bit too much gel, and I show you guys how to fix that. But all of these went super simple to apply. You always want to make sure that you're curing your nail for 60 seconds. Depending on the light you're using, a lot of LED or UV lights will have a timer. If you don't have one of these little LED lights, you can use your regular nail lamp. It is just a little bit easier using these smaller nails to hold the nail tip in place, because you do want to make sure you're holding it in place, I'd say for at least 10 seconds for that first 10-second cure. Once about 10 seconds has passed, you can feel that that gel has started to cure, and then you can kind of release your hand or relax your hand a little bit, and it's cured it enough to hold it in place. That's why I find these smaller lamps a lot easier to use than a larger lamp, because you're able to position your hands freely to hold that tip in place. So on this now, I come in and I just applied a little bit more gel than what was needed. So when I start to press it down at that cuticle area, a little bit of gel seeps out. So I pull it back, and then this is where I'm noticing there's a little bit too much gel. So I pull back, and I just want to make sure that I have got enough there that it's flowing up the nail, and that I'm going to still have enough on the tip, because then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take an alcohol pad, open this up, and I'm going to keep the nail tip there in place, but I'm going to wipe off all of that excess gel that kind of seeped through, and then I'm just going to reapply this the same as before. Now I did still end up with a little bit of seepage, but I do show you guys that once you've cured all of these, any gel that has kind of gone onto the nail tip around that cuticle area, it does wipe off quite easily even once it's cured. And I think that's because the nails already have a very shiny surface from the top coat, and gel doesn't like to stick to a shiny surface. So don't stress too much if you get a bit of seepage and it does cure. Obviously you want to avoid this because you don't want to be getting uncured gel products on the skin, but if it does happen, it's easy enough to wipe off. And the more you do your own nails, the more you come accustomed to knowing how much gel you need to apply, if that makes sense. So here is where I'm going in with one of those alcohol wipes that was in the pack and just giving the nail a really good scrub, and it does remove any excess gel. So I just made sure to go over all of the nails to do this. I do think I only had that seepage on the ring finger, but I gave them all a good cleanse anyway. And then that is it. That is effectively the nails done. I do come in and apply a little bit of cuticle oil, but I love how quick and easy these are to do, and I love that there's so many different nail art options to choose from as well. With the white cap ones that you see at the start of the video, I do plan on doing another set of these and doing some spring nail art over the top, because if you want to, you can still add more nail art if you wanted to. Here I was really quickly showing you guys how strong and solid they are. They're not budging. I banged them down on my desk just to try and show you guys. They feel super strong, especially for a set of press-on nails. So if you are looking for some more luxurious press-ons, I would highly recommend checking them out. I do have a discount code that gets you 10% off at BTArtBox, so I will leave that linked in the description box below. Let me know in the comments below if you would like to see a video applying them either with the tabs or the glue. Like I said, personal preference for me is to always apply them with gel, but I am going to do a video anyway showing you guys the ones that need to be applied with glue or tabs. So kind of let me know what you'd like to see. I have lots of BTArtBox in my collection and I absolutely love wearing them. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching. I loved how this set looked. I really loved that purple kind of cat's eye shift to the tips of the nails, but then I really loved that they've got that 3D gel look. Personally, that's something that I find quite tricky to do, so I love that it was already done on these. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed watching. If you did, please do give the video a thumbs up and leave me a comment below. I'm a bit behind again with content because it is the Easter holidays and we went away for a couple of days, and then it's playing catch up. I get videos done, but it's getting around to editing and uploading them. But if you do have any requests, again, pop them in the comments below, and I hope that you're having a lovely day whatever it is you are doing. Thank you all so much for watching. Lots of love. Take care. Bye bye.